Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, is at the heart of our reward system. But what happens when we get too much of a good thing? Picture this: a tiny chemical messenger that zips around in your brain, lighting up pathways and sparking feelings of pleasure and reward. That's dopamine. It's our brain's way of saying, hey, that was great, let's do that again. It's involved in everything from that sense of accomplishment when you finish a tough workout to the thrill of a new text message ping. But here's the catch: our modern world is like a dopamine amusement park, filled with bright lights and instant gratification. Every time we scroll through social media, binge watch a series, or even check our email, we're triggering a dopamine release. It's a non-stop roller coaster ride of quick hits and short-lived thrills. The problem? Our brains weren't designed for this constant stimulation. They're wired for scarcity, for the thrill of the hunt and the satisfaction of a hard-earned reward. When we flood our system with dopamine all day, every day, it's like trying to quench our thirst by drinking from a fire hose. It's just too much. This dopamine overload can lead to a whole host of issues. Our focus becomes fragmented as we're pulled in a million different directions. Our productivity takes a hit because we're constantly chasing the next dopamine high instead of buckling down and getting to work. And perhaps most concerning, we start to lose the ability to feel satisfaction from the simple, meaningful things in life. It's like we're always hungry, but nothing ever fills us up. The constant influx of dopamine can leave us feeling scattered and unsatisfied. But there's a solution: the dopamine detox. It's a reset button for your brain, a chance to break free from the dopamine roller coaster and reclaim your focus and satisfaction. So, ready to hop off the ride and regain control of your brain? Let's dive into the dopamine detox. So, what's a dopamine detox? It's a conscious effort to cut back on the things that overstimulate our dopamine system. Imagine a day without the constant ping of notifications, the lure of endless scrolling, or the mindless consumption of digital content. This is what a dopamine detox looks like. It's not about completely eliminating dopamine. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, it's about recalibrating our relationship with this powerful neurotransmitter. You see, dopamine is like the fuel for our brain's reward system. It's what makes us feel good when we achieve a goal, enjoy a meal, or connect with loved ones. But in our hyper-connected, instant gratification society, we're constantly bombarded with opportunities for quick dopamine hits. This overstimulation can lead to a kind of dopamine addiction, where we're always chasing the next high and in the process, losing our ability to focus and find satisfaction in the meaningful aspects of life. Now, let's talk about the potential benefits of a dopamine detox. First and foremost, it's about regaining control over your attention, your time, and your life. Without the constant distraction of dopamine triggers, you'll find that your focus sharpens, your productivity increases, and you become more present in the moment. You'll start to find joy in activities that require sustained attention and effort, rather than those that offer instant but fleeting pleasure. Another key benefit is reduced anxiety. In a world where we're always on, always connected, it's no surprise that anxiety levels are at an all-time high. A dopamine detox gives your brain a much-needed break from this relentless stimulation, helping to alleviate feelings of anxiety and stress. Finally, a dopamine detox can help to reset your reward system, allowing you to derive genuine satisfaction from the things that truly matter in life: long-term goals, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. But how do we do a dopamine detox? The answer lies in Thibaut Meurisse's book. Thibaut Meurisse's book outlines several key steps for a successful dopamine detox. The first step is identifying our dopamine triggers. What activities send our brains into a dopamine frenzy? For many of us, these triggers might be habitual use of social media, constantly checking our phones for notifications, or indulging in binge-watching television series. These activities provide quick, easy hits of dopamine, but they scatter our focus and leave us feeling unsatisfied in the long run. The next step is implementing practical strategies to limit our exposure to these triggers. This might involve setting time limits for social media use, designating certain days as digital detox days, or turning off unnecessary notifications on our devices. By taking control of when and how we engage with these dopamine triggers, we can start reducing our reliance on them for satisfaction. But limiting exposure to dopamine triggers is only half the battle. The third step in a successful dopamine detox, as outlined in Meurisse's book, is training our brains to find satisfaction in long-term goals and meaningful activities. Instead of relying on quick hits of dopamine from distracting activities, we need to retrain our brains to derive satisfaction from activities that contribute to our long-term goals. This might involve picking up a new hobby, dedicating time to learning a new skill, or investing time in meaningful relationships. This step is crucial because it helps us replace our unhealthy dopamine triggers with healthier alternatives. Instead of turning to social media or television for a quick dopamine hit, we can turn to these meaningful activities that not only provide us with dopamine but also contribute to our overall well-being and success. The final step in the detox process involves perseverance and consistency. A dopamine detox isn't a one-time event, it's a lifestyle change. It requires consistent effort and commitment, but the rewards are worth it. Over time, we'll find ourselves becoming less reliant on quick dopamine hits and more focused on long-term satisfaction. Our productivity will increase, our focus will improve, and we'll start feeling more fulfilled and content in our daily lives. These steps aren't always easy and they require a lot of self-discipline and patience, but they're crucial for breaking free from the dopamine trap and regaining control over our focus and productivity. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate dopamine completely. That would be impossible and, frankly, undesirable. Dopamine plays a crucial role in motivating us and making life enjoyable. The goal is to reset our dopamine system, to bring it back into balance so that we can focus on what truly matters. These steps can help reset our dopamine system and help us regain control over our focus and productivity. Ready to start your dopamine detox? Here are some actionable tips you can implement right now. Let's begin by identifying your dopamine triggers. Is it the relentless scrolling through social media feeds? The ping of a new email notification? The thrill of a new online purchase? Once you've identified these culprits, it's time to set boundaries. Start by setting time limits on your social media use. There are plenty of apps out there that can help you monitor and control your screen time. Aim to gradually reduce your usage, starting with as little as 5 minutes less per day. The trick is to make it sustainable, not drastic. Next, consider scheduling digital detox days. This doesn't mean you have to give up technology entirely. Instead, dedicate certain days or hours to be free from digital distractions. Use this time to reconnect with the physical world. Go for a walk, read a book, cook a meal. You'll be surprised at how fulfilling these simple activities can be. Now let's talk about replacing dopamine triggers with more meaningful activities. This is the fun part. Look for activities that provide long-term gratification rather than instant rewards. This could be anything from learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or even starting a passionate project. The goal is to retrain your brain to find satisfaction in the journey, not just the destination. And finally, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you become more aware of your actions and thoughts. It allows you to recognize when you're reaching for your phone out of habit, rather than necessity. Start with a simple 5-minute meditation each morning and build from there. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate dopamine, but to regain control over our reward system. It's about finding balance and learning to appreciate the simple, meaningful aspects of life. So, are you ready to embark on your dopamine detox journey? In conclusion, a dopamine detox can help us break free from the distraction trap and regain focus. We've explored how our reward system is being overstimulated by the constant barrage of dopamine triggers in our modern world. This overload can lead to a scattered focus and plummeting productivity, but there's a way out. Thibaut Meurisse's book, Dopamine Detox, offers a roadmap. By identifying these triggers, implementing practical strategies to limit exposure, and training our brain to derive satisfaction from long-term goals and meaningful activities, we can reclaim our focus. The benefits are numerous: increased focus, improved productivity, and reduced anxiety, to name a few. So why not give it a try? Equip yourself with the knowledge and tools to start your detox journey. Dive deeper into the process and practical exercises by watching our full video. Start your dopamine detox today and discover the benefits of a more focused, productive life.